far too much has been written about great men, and not nearly enough about morons. Seems like it should be my time, huh? Hello, Kenny here once again with another axe-kicking episode of AxeyFabulous. This Game of Thrones episode was The Mountain and the Viper, written by David Benioff and Dan Weiss, and directed by Alex Graves. Started off, let's see what's going down in Mole Town. For a moment I thought we were in Bree. Kind of expecting Peter Jackson to stagger by with a carrot in his hand. Apparently there are still only 2 songs in Westeros, both of them burpable. Gilly might not know much, but she knows owls. Of course, then we get the arrival of Tormund Giantsbane and Ygritte and the Thenns, the awesome Thenns Viking horn music that I adore. I love how this whole sequence was shot. It started out in the dark of night, and then it slowly got lighter as the camera followed the wildlings through the town, and you realize that the screen's getting lighter because they're burning every building that they pass. Hopefully Gilly survived those fires. She survived Ygritte. I was glad Ygritte spared her. We think she spared her. I love Hannah Murray, and Rose Leslie has been intensely on point playing Ygritte this entire season, despite very little camera time. Excellent. We assume she will get more camera time next episode during her sweet reunion with her ex-lover Jon Snow. Meanwhile, at Castle Black, I should never have left her there. You think? You had one job, Sam. He always just has one job. Let's go east to Meereen. This episode had all sorts of interesting psychological twists and conundrums, highlighted by the love affair that cannot be Missandei and Grey Worm. I seem to remember back when they shot the river scene in Croatia, they were having difficulties with some of the locals trying to sneak down the sides of the riverbanks and take pictures of Nathalie Emanuel. It wasn't an issue when the men were in the river bathing topless, but as soon as Nathalie shows up and disrobes, then it's like mad scrambles down the hills trying to get a picture. They had to keep resetting the scene so that they wouldn't get photogs in their shot, as if Croatians have never seen boobs before. My God, it's almost as if they were Americans or Daily Mail photographers. Now look, I get that people like boobs. I like boobs, but my opinion does diverge from here. And I openly admit that my opinion is probably not in sync with the rest of the opinions of the free world. But I personally believe that the naked male torso equates equally to the female naked torso. Heterosexual women, homosexual men, find the same draw to a nice pair of pectorals, shoulders, and arms as heterosexual men and homosexual women find in a quality pair of breasts. What's quality? I guess that's up for personal definition. I don't want to get too preachy. Sometimes I guess I do. But the sooner that we as a people move away from sexualizing a part of the body that is not meant to be sexualized, it's not technically sexual, we may get less of this kind of trouble whilst filming. What are the odds of that happening? 1,000,000 to 1. I know. Let's go to Mo Kalen! Reek is given his peppiest of pep talks while donning his Theon guise. Yeah, but the Ironborn ain't taking any of your... I guess the other one is. And they got flayed. The end. Oh! And Ramsay got legitimized. That won't go bad. To the Eyrie! Apparently Lysa committed suicide. The Lords Declarant, all 3 of them, question Littlefinger, who looks like he's in a world of trouble for this rather flimsy lie, until he's saved at the last moment by Sansa, who turns the tables with a few very well-placed lies of her own. And the Emmy goes to Sansa Stark. Now, I do have some problems with this whole setup, but not the problems some people have. Sansa had her moment, a few moments, deservedly so. I am a huge Sansa fan, and this, my friends, was agency.
Where's Sansa's agency? I see no agency.
However, the fact that they had to do it at Baelish's expense kind of diminishes him as a master plotter, doesn't it? No, I said master plotter. I mean, he might be that too, but why are we talking about this? Anyway, Littlefinger. Are we actually led to believe that he didn't coach Sansa at all after pushing her aunt through the moon door? Oh, there will be questions. Just Hide away somewhere. They'll never find out you knew. Oh, Lord Royce, you do know about the other person in the room. How? Never mind. I have no plan. Save me, Sansa. Good girl. Love the dress, though. Not sure why they darkened her hair. Seems a little counterintuitive after having come out to Lord Royce and the rest of them. Just for one striking visual. I mean, it was striking. I guess we'll see if this goes somewhere in episode 10 or next season. At the Bloody Gate... Sucks to be you, Hound. I kind of wanted this scene to continue, though. I mean, are they invited inside? Can they have dinner or something? I wonder what Arya has to say about Sansa's new dress. The sisters can discuss needlework. Or did Arya and the Hound just, like, leave? Did the guards let them leave? All these questions. I guess we'll see. Again, in episode 10. Because the next episode is all Jon Snow. King's Landing! Finally! Tyrion and Jaime speak. The Red Viper nickname is finally dropped for the first time ever. He is the Viper. Some people are looking at me like, Red Viper, who's that? Like, oh, no, you haven't read the books. Sorry. We learn that there is no word for cousin killing. Jaime should just make one up, shouldn't he? And I know that some people were yelling at their television sets, being like, get on with it. They wanted the fight, but I enjoyed the scene. Metaphors, people. The underpinnings of human existence. Beatles. Honestly, though, Peter and Nikolai could read the phone book, and it would still make me very interested to watch. Dog. So the fight. You're going to fight that? I'm going to kill that. It's my bad Viper impression. Nope. Not gonna kill that. Well, we think. Maybe they both died. 100% sure the Viper's dead, though. Sorry, Oberyn. There's no getting back up from that one. I love the scene. I did. I loved it. Some people thought it was too violent, but the violence inherent to that scene is canon. So, nothing gratuitous really. Unless you're arguing that the books are gratuitous, then I guess we can have a discussion about that, but let's not have that discussion now. Because who cares what I think? Facebook! Too violent?
I like that.
Tumblr, how you holding up? Joey? You better be throwing up. Can't rely on him for anything. So that does it for this latest episode of AxeyFabulous. Thank you for joining me. Us. Happy, cool. We're family. I mean, we're really a family. If you love us, subscribe. If you don't love us, subscribe anyway. We'll come to your house and find you and cook you dinner. I'm on Twitter as AxeChucker. I'm on Tumblr as AxeChucker. I'm on Facebook as None of Your Business. Oh, and go read my dark fantasy revenge serial over at Juke Pop Cereals. It's called Daggers. It's great. No, it's great. I think it is. But who am I? Outro, 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 outro. Ideas for an outro, outro, outro. I'm not coming up with anything funny. Put in whatever.